Hey everybody, it's beautiful a day out today in Florida. This is Eleanor with Eleanor's Elite Radio, and today I have the wonderful coming back guest, Mr. Keith Gee, for his fourth annual
Yep.
Children's Hunger Project Golf Tournament. It's April 28th, 2018 at the Duran Golf Course Club in Viera. Anyway, I want to say hello to everybody and welcome Mr. Keith Gee. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, thank you.
Oh, so nice to see you and have you.
Thank
How have you been?
Everything is great. We live in such a great county, and we're very blessed to be here in Brevard County.
We absolutely do. I see we have a little package here, and I know it's not for me, but can we tell our listeners what's in our... first, tell everybody a little bit more about Children's Hunger Project, then we'll get into the package.
Sure. So the Children's Hunger Project was founded 8 years ago in 2010, and we feed kids that would normally go hungry on the weekends. All of the kids we serve are elementary school kids. They're all eligible for the National Free and Reduced Lunch Program. And here in Brevard County, that means they get breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday. The problem is that lunch on Friday is oftentimes their last nutritious meal that they would get until they come back to school Monday morning.
Right.
So 68 hours without proper nutrition, they're never going to be successful like that. So we put together a packet of food and we deliver it to the schools, and the teachers that know which kids are coming to school hungry on Monday are the ones that decide who gets that packet of food. And they can just simply slip that in the kid's backpack. The kid takes it home for the weekend. They've got food to eat, so they come back to school Monday ready to be successful.
And that they can function a little bit better. Because I know
Absolutely.
that a child who doesn't eat, really, they have no energy. I mean, look how we are if we don't eat. Or, we go...
You've seen that Snickers commercial, right?
Yes.
Where people turn into other, bad people because they're... it happens to all of us. So
It does.
imagine being...
A child.
A child that really doesn't understand what's happening to your body. You just know you're agitated, you're irritated, you're angry, and it's because you're hungry.
Right. Now, this is not a program or is it a program that people have to sign up for, families have to sign up for?
No, actually, the teachers are the ones
That's wonderful.
that decide who gets the food packets, because they know who's coming to school hungry
Exactly.
on Monday. They know whose families are going through a hard time.
Right, and you can't judge a book by its cover because a child could be dressed impeccably well, but we don't know really what's going on behind the scenes. But the teacher absolutely does know. You're right. Yes,
Yeah.
very wonderful. So now I remember last year, we do one every year. I remember you had kind of like a different packaging for the food for the children.
Yeah, so we've changed our package. We used to use a styrofoam tray, and we would shrink wrap that. We'd put the food packet, the food items on the tray, and then we'd shrink wrap it. Styrofoam is horrible for the environment. We know that. We were going through 1,500 trays every week, so that was a lot.
That's a lot.
The wrapping part of it was really tough and cumbersome for our volunteers. So we've gone to these freezer bags, and they're cost effective. It costs us less to pack the food.
Exactly.
It's better for our volunteers because they simply just put all the food into the freezer bag and then seal it, and it's ready to go. And then the kids can actually take the package home, open up the freezer bag, take a few items out, reseal the bag, and keep it for later. So it's a lot easier for our volunteers. It's better for the kids, and it's cheaper, which means ultimately we're going to feed more kids because of it.
And I love it because it's compact and it can just slide into the child's backpack. Now, can you tell everybody what are the items inside, or do you know?
Sure. So
How many drinks?
We have 5 or 6 menus, so the kids get some variety from week to week. But there are staples that we put in every package: a box of raisins, applesauce, milk, chocolate pudding, a juice, and we've actually gone to. We buy most of our food from Cisco distributors, and they have fruit and vegetable blend juice, so the kids actually get some vegetables in the juice. And then we put other things in: cheese and beef sticks,
Sunflower
some pasta,
seeds,
sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
graham crackers with cheese, a breakfast bar. Sun butter, which is like a peanut butter, but it doesn't have any peanuts because we can't give
You
peanuts
can't do the
because
peanuts,
of
right.
peanut allergies.
Exactly.
So
Sun butter. Oh,
and
how
it tastes
wonderful.
it really tastes good. It tastes like peanut butter. kids can take those graham crackers and
So
dip them
dip 'em
in
in.
the
Sure.
peanut butter. So
So
they
now,
get,
typically, do you know what the cost of this package is for
yeah,
you?
it's about $4 a packet.
That's nothing.
So $150 would feed a kid for the entire school year.
That's wonderful.
That's 39 weeks of
So
the year.
you preferred, I guess, because you work through Cisco, you would prefer cash, not cash money, but money, donations.
Sure, we accept food donations.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But because we're working in wholesale pricing, we can get, if you give me $5, I can get more
Right.
food for $5 than
than I
you
can
can
get you.
going
Right.
to Publix or
I
even
get that.
BJ's or Sam's or something.
Right.
Some of the items in here that I mentioned earlier are commercially available, so you can just go to a store and buy Nutri-Grain bars or raisins or applesauce. So those things we accept. Some of them are not commercially available, so we have to get like that sun butter.
Right.
You can't
Yeah,
go to
I've
the
never
store.
seen that
Yeah,
anywhere.
you can't go to the store and get
Right.
that. So, but there are things that we accept food wise. It's awesome. Some people like to go to the store, touch the food that they're bringing to us and donate it, and that's awesome too because it's money we don't have to spend.
Exactly. So any which way you can get it, you'll take it.
Absolutely. As long as it's feeding hungry kids,
You better
I'm
believe
all
it.
about it.
We've talked about this every year, and I think it's astounding the numbers of children that go hungry in Brevard County now.
Here
We're
in Brevard
only
County.
talking Brevard County.
Yeah. We only serve Brevard County. We have no aspirations to go beyond the borders of Brevard County, but there are still kids here in the county that need our help. We're serving over 1,650 kids every week at 41 elementary schools.
For a total of how many children? 1,600 every
16
week.
Every week for 39 weeks. And then we actually participate in a United Way feeding program during the summer as well. So last summer, we fed more kids during the summer than we did during the school year. But when we talk about those numbers, I think it is incredible that we've grown this organization to where we're feeding that many kids every week. We have never missed a week of serving kids since we started in 2010. But the research now is showing us that the need in the county is over 3,000 kids. So we have to continue to grow.
What do you think, without getting too politically involved, but what do you think is the reason behind the numbers going up? I kind of thought the economy was kind of going up a little bit with jobs.
Yeah, it is. And we're bringing new high-paying jobs. I mean, look at all the high-tech industry and companies down in Palm Bay that are hiring people. There's a couple of things. Honestly, economically, rent is at an all-time high in our county.
Yeah.
So if you don't own a home, you're paying premium dollars.
You're right about that. Go ahead.
Some families are spending 65, even 70% of their monthly income on rent. That doesn't leave a lot for food, clothing,
everything else,
utilities, transportation, everything that goes into providing for a family.
Unbelievable.
More people are working 2 and 3 jobs than ever before in this county. So if you're working 3 jobs, you're working on the weekends. You're not home making sure that your kid is eating properly.
Right.
I'm never going to make excuses for parents that are just making bad decisions too.
Right.
If you're getting hooked on drugs and not feeding your kid,
right,
that's not good and it's not acceptable.
Of course not.
If you're going out and getting your nails done and buying new cell phones and not feeding your kid,
that's not good. We're not accepting that.
We can't allow that.
Right.
And some, so some families are just going through a hard time. I met a family up in Titusville a couple of weeks ago. I was up there with my shirt on and doing an event, and this woman came up to me and she told me a story. Her family, her husband and 3 kids moved here from Ohio. The husband had a job all lined up here. They get down here, the job falls through. They were homeless for 8 months. And 2 of their daughters got on this program at school, and the food that they were getting through the Children's Hunger Project was one of those lifelines that family used to survive for 8 months.
Wow. So there you go.
The great story, the great ending to that story is the husband got a new job. They are now great. They've got an apartment. They've got everything they need and everything. But for those 8 months, they were destitute.
Right.
And so our program was, we still continue the one daughter is still in elementary school. She still continues to get a packet. But it's sometimes it's just a short term thing
And
too.
those are the people that your heart literally bleeds for. It's true. I mean, people like that, you just want to be able to help and do something for. And this was their lifeline. This helped them get through 8 months.
Right.
You're always so wonderful, Mr. Keith.
Thank you.
I love you always.
Thank you.
So tell us now about the Saturday, April 28th, your golf tournament for this year. Anything special happening there?
Yeah, we've got just an incredible lineup. So Durand does a great job. It's a destination golf course here in Brevard County. They're doing lunch for us after the tournament, so that's always a hit. Sheriff Wayne Ivey is our honorary chair again this year. He's chaired it every year. Last year, he was out on the course, met every single golfer face to face, shook their hand, gave them a hard time, of course, because it's Sheriff Ivey. So he's a huge supporter of ours. Waste Management is our new sponsor this year, and we're excited to have them. We're going to have a garbage truck on one of the holes, and we're going to have like little Fisher-Price golf clubs and balls. And if you chip a shot into the back of the garbage truck, you get a chance to win a prize.
God, I love that. It's a great idea.
Just something different.
And you do have sponsorships available anywhere from $400 up to $5,000.
And actually, we have hole sponsors available for $100.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Even if you wanted to get your company out and get some visibility at a hole for $100, you can.
Oh my gosh!
We probably have about 130 golfers this year. Some really, we have golfers from every range, from like really, really good to pretty struggling, like me. But we have some great prizes. We do a raffle that night. That day at lunch, we have some great like hotel stays in Orlando. We have a weekend getaway to Orlando. We've got food, we've got wine, we've got all kinds of things. Lexus of Melbourne is sponsoring a hole-in-one at one of the holes at hole 13. If you get a hole-in-one on that shot, you win a brand new 2018 RX 350L, the one with the 3 rows.
Yes.
A 3-year lease on that. They're also we're doing an auction for a trip to participate in a amateur golf tournament in Pebble Beach, California in December.
Oh, wow.
$6,500 value. Everything is basically paid for except your airfare and your lodging, but everything else is taken care of. So we're going to be auctioning that off. We have Bloody Marys out on the putting green. We have tons of just like door prizes, and it's just a really great day.
And it's an event for the whole family.
It's an event for the whole family. Anybody can come and have lunch that day.
Minus the Bloody Marys.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. With all of that being said, the reason we're there is to raise money so we can feed more kids next year.
Exactly. I always loved having you every year, Keith. You're such a pleasure.
Thank you.
I want to tell everybody that if you want any further information, you can go to the children'shungerproject.org, or you can call to register for the for the golf tournament. You can call 321-610, 1900 to register. That's 321-610-1900, and the website is thechildren'shungerproject.org. That's going to be at the Durand Golf Club. That's right on Stadium Parkway here in Viera. We all know where that is. Starts 6:30 in the morning. The driving range with free practice balls goes all the way through whenever, right?
Until
it says 12:30.
12:30 is typically lunch, and we do the awards, the raffle, and thank all of our sponsors, of course, and have a great lunch at Durand.
And Mr. Wayne Ivey's going to be there. He's the honorary chair for your Children's Hunger Project. I love him. And I do. I really like him. What else? What else are we going to do? Tell us what else.
I want to take this opportunity just to say thank you to everybody in Brevard County. We have grown every year since we started.
Yes, and you're getting, it seems that you're not only growing, but things are happening for you. New sponsors are coming to you. We have new packaging. I mean, it's going to get even better and better and better as time goes on.
Yeah, all of our food is packed by volunteers. It's all delivered by volunteers.
How wonderful.
We work out of a donated warehouse space, so we don't pay rent, which means we feed more kids.
Right.
And it's all because I honestly believe we live in the best place in the world, Brevard County.
I agree.
And we just need to